What's up, everybody? Magic Gamer here, doing the next part of my Son Goku Family Tree video series. It's being, of course, part 2. If you didn't see part 1, go back and watch that. Then come back here to part 2. Real quick, reminder that this topic was suggested by subscriber Imad Keen over on my official Facebook page. And if you would like to see a video topic of yours possibly discussed by yours truly, simply go to either my official Twitter or my official Facebook and post it on there. If I feel it's a noteworthy topic or something I can talk a lot about, you can guarantee I will happily discuss it. With that said, there are some things I decided to change around, like in terms of how I was going to talk about it. I decided I was going to cover both Goku and Vegeta's wives as we get to them, but in the meantime, in this episode, we're going to cover Grandpa Gohan, Ox King, Chi-Chi's mother, and Chi-Chi herself. So without further ado, let's get into the series. So, Grandpa Gohan is Goku's adopted grandfather. He is not biologically related to Goku in any way. He found Goku when Goku was 3 years old after Goku arrived on Earth after being sent away from planet Vegeta. Gohan is obviously, Grandpa Gohan is obviously where Goku's first son, Gohan, got his namesake from. Grandpa Gohan did train under Master Roshi, much like Goku, and he also trained alongside Ox King, who is Chi-Chi's father, of all people. So, real interesting tidbit there. He's a very strong martial artist, and he taught Goku pretty much all the basics he knew in Dragon Ball before he had time to train with, Master Roshi, before that happened. So it was pretty much just Goku training with Grandpa Gohan until ultimately Grandpa Gohan got killed by the Great Ape form. Now, as to when Grandpa Gohan debuted, he debuted in the manga under the chapter titled The Beam of Evil, but in the anime, he appeared under the anime title episode The Devil Might Beam. We actually did not see Gohan for quite some time, or throughout most of Dragon Ball. We actually didn't get introduced to him for real till the first time, until like the Fortune Teller or Baba tournament, if you remember correctly. He appeared there in a mask. Goku and him fought, and ultimately Goku did manage to win. And Gohan did give Goku the advice to, strengthen up his tail, so that way he would no longer have that weakness. Other things that Grandpa Gohan's known for is he actually gave Goku the power pole that he's we're so fond of, or remembrance of Goku using. We remember Goku using the power pole very well. It's an iconic weapon for Goku. He's appeared in only one filler bit, and that was towards the end of Dragon Ball, whenever Goku and Chi-Chi were traveling around to various places looking for the the Bancho fan, I believe. Ultimately, Goku may not be the man that he is today if it wasn't for Grandpa Gohan, so you could argue that Grandpa Gohan is arguably one of the most important characters of the series, even if he didn't get much screen time when compared to most. But he did have some significance over character development, specifically Goku's character development. So, moving on, we now go on to Ox King, Chi-Chi's father. Ox King is a very interesting dude. Whenever he was first introduced in the series, he came off as, kind of a bad guy, like everybody was scared of him, like, oh, the Ox King, he's this mean guy, he'll freaking chop you to bits, Oolong was even scared to go anywhere near his freaking, domain. Well, they get there, and Goku wins against him actually quite easily, and here we are nowadays. He's nothing like his former self in Dragon Ball. He's actually become quite a bit of a softie. I don't even know if he's that much of a threat, per se. Ox King is, as I said before when talking about Grandpa Gohan, trained under Master Roshi alongside Grandpa Gohan. Getting into this, let me see, he appeared in the manga chapter and Into the Fire, and in the anime episode titled The Ox King on Fire Mountain. Ox King's actually quite large. I remember whenever they were trying to decide what Ox King's daughter Chi-Chi looked like before we were introduced to her as a character, Everybody's imagining her to be quite portly and big, much like Oz King, but lo and behold, she's the complete opposite of her father, at least in terms of appearance. Though I would argue in terms of strength, she's just as scary, at least later on. Anyways, to start with, she was kind of, Freddy Cat and just getting lucky shots in. Anyways, there's not really much to say other than he was very rich. He's a king of his own little section. I'm not sure if he's still considered king of his area anymore, but heck, I don't even know if he's rich anymore. I would assume so, because the only person I can think of that's helping Goku and Chichi get by, because Goku's tournament winnings obviously weren't going to last forever, was Ox King. So logically speaking, I would assume Ox King was funneling them money to keep them afloat. That, or maybe Bulma was being generous, but I don't think so. I mean, while Bulma is a nice person, I don't think she's being that generous with Capsule Corp money. But I could be wrong. Anyways, so moving on from Ox King, arguably one of the characters we know the least about in the series, in terms of who they are, their names and such. Close second probably be Vegeta's. Vegeta's mother might actually be lesser known, but we'll get into that later. We'll cover her when we get to her. Anyways, Chi-Chi's mother. We don't know her actual name, but we do know this much. She appeared in a painting in a debut episode of Dressed in Flames. There's a painting in the background whenever they are setting up, I guess, for Goku and Chi-Chi's wedding. And there's a painting there with Ox King in his former battle gear he was wearing, and sitting on his lap is Chi-Chi's mother, and Chi-Chi's mother is holding little baby Chi-Chi. We don't know her name, again, and we do know this is obviously where Chi-Chi got her appearance from, because they wear the similar attire, they look similar from as far as we can tell. We can't see her face, but we can see from where the mouth should be and down, but there's no mouth drawn, just where the mouth should be, hair, and then of course the body. Other than that, we really don't know much about her, other than she died of an illness the same year Chi-Chi was born. She did not die while giving birth to Chi-Chi, she just died sometime after Chi-Chi was born the same year, unfortunately. And that's pretty much all we know about her. And then finally, Chi-Chi herself. Chi-Chi is Goku's wife. People have mixed feelings about Chi-Chi. Some people like her, some people hate her. Chi-Chi, for a while there, until Android 18 was introduced, was arguably the strongest female character in the series. She apparently learned some fighting skills, and I've heard people claim that she's about on par with Goku after training with Roshi for the first time. Now, bear in mind, that's just what I've heard. I'm not claiming this is a blatant fact. Maybe one day I'll do a video to gauge Chi-Chi's power, but I will say she does certainly have some skills for a human. Is she on levels of Krillin and Yamcha, which I know is funny when you say that, but no, she's not as strong as them. I mean, she can't even fly or use ki, but her fighting skills are pretty powerful. She's reasonably skilled whenever it comes to martial arts. Anyways, as I said, Chi-Chi is the wife of Goku, daughter of Ox King, and she apparently learned some skills from the Ox King, which is why she would obviously know some of Goku's fighting style from when he fought with Roshi, or trained with Roshi, excuse me. Again, doesn't know ki, doesn't know how to fly. Chi-Chi made her debut in the manga chapter titled "And Into the Fire," and in the anime episode titled "The Ox King on Fire Mountain." For those who don't know, Chi-Chi's name is a name pun. Well, it has multiple translations. It can be translated to milk, udder, and even boobs. So, depends on the context, I guess, it's used in. I do know there was actually a joke. I'm not sure how many of y'all caught this, but so towards the end of the series, whenever they were trying to win Old Kai's favor, Goku offered to show naughty pictures of Bulma to Old Kai. And of course, Vegeta then chimes in and says that, why don't you show him Chi-Chi's Chi-Chi's? And then Old Kai then makes a joke saying it's funny that Bulma is the one who has, he laughs because Chi-Chi is named Chi-Chi, but it's Bulma who possesses the Chi-Chi's. So, little joke there. Chi-Chi has 2 children. Of course, she has Gohan and Goten, whom will be discussed in the next episode. And I believe by the end of Z, her and Goku are roughly around the same age. So by the end of Z, she's somewhere around in her 40s or so. If I remember right, Goku at the end of Z, when he meets Oob, is around 45 years old. Chi-Chi should be around that same age, around in their 40s, if not later. But I guess it about covers everything we know about Chi-Chi. She's not really changed too much, other than she's just a controversial character in regards to the fact that people just get mad because they feel like she's the one that ruined Gohan because she made him study. I argue that that made Gohan a better fighter because Goku, while he is one of the toughest fighters in the universe, if Gohan got up to par with his father in terms of strength and power, since Gohan is far smarter, I do believe he could beat his father in a fight. That's assuming Gohan got up to equal strength as his father, but being his father outmatches him so much so it's ridiculous, no amount of smarts right now would beat him. But, anyways, that's just my thoughts. I guess about covers it for this particular episode. Tune in Wednesday whenever we will cover the next bit of Goku's family. We will cover Gohan, Goten. We'll even try to cover, Videl and Hercule, maybe even Videl's mother if we can. We'll see. But yeah, tune in Wednesday for that, and tune in tomorrow for the next part of my Pokemon Yellow Let's Play. I will post on either Twitter or Facebook the day of if I'm going to do it live or if I'm going to just post it as a standard episode. Because I am going to do a run of this run of the Elite Four off screen and see if I can see how long it takes me to beat them, if I can even beat them, or if I got to train. And if I got to train, then I will train off screen. That way, it ain't as boring whenever I do the live stream. Because I'm sure y'all will get tired of me training because there's actually a limited space where you can train in Yellow in that particular space. Anyways. Yeah, thank y'all for watching. Make sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe. Check out the official Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch pages. I'll link down below in the description per usual. And, gets about covers it. Oh yeah, and, tell me your thoughts on what you think about these characters. So, yeah, peace.
Don't worry, I'll take care of everything.
Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z / Kai, Dragon Ball GT, and Dragon Ball Super are all owned by Fuji TV, Toei Animation, Funimation, and Akira Toriyama. I do not claim to own any of these. The video and any images that appear were used under fair use.